What's up, Tom Spotlight fam? We're kicking things off with a bang, taking you straight into the heart of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The original writer for Doctor Strange, C. Robert Cargill, is spilling the tea on why the formidable villain Nightmare didn't make the cut for the first Benedict Cumberbatch film. Get ready for some behind-the-scenes intel that might just change how you see the MCU. Next, we've got a story that's going to send shivers down your spine. Love Actually star Joanna Page is opening up about a truly harrowing experience she faced while filming in South Africa with Benedict Cumberbatch. She was held hostage by a taxi driver and told to strip naked, a terrifying ordeal that she's finally sharing with the world. This is intense. And speaking of Hollywood heavyweights, get ready for some star power. Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch are teaming up for a brand new film called The Roses, a remake of a classic. We're going to explore what it's like for these two powerhouses to play a couple on the brink of marital disaster. What did they learn about marriage from this darkly comic role? Finally, we circle back to Marvel to uncover the full story behind Nightmare's near debut in Doctor Strange and what that means for the future of the MCU. All this and more, right here on Tom Spotlight. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more exclusive content, and ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Marvel's nearly villainous Nightmare revealed. Remember the first Doctor Strange movie? What if we told you the terrifying Nightmare was almost the main antagonist instead of Caecilius? C. Robert Cargill, a key writer on the original Doctor Strange, is finally explaining the creative decisions behind keeping Nightmare out of the first film. He reveals that Marvel Studios loved the idea, but felt Nightmare was a character better suited for a sequel. A sentiment Cargill echoes, admitting he hadn't been involved in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but hopes Nightmare gets his chance to shine in a future MCU installment. Cargill and director Scott Derrickson were passionate about exploring dream logic and alternate realities, concepts they originally envisioned for the first film, but ultimately saved for later. This deep dive into the almost villain has fans buzzing about the potential for Nightmare's future appearance in the MCU, with many hoping Cargill might return to pen his story. Fans are already speculating online about how Nightmare could be integrated into future Doctor Strange storylines, with many hoping for a direct confrontation with Benedict Cumberbatch's Sorcerer Supreme. The discussion highlights the audience's desire for more complex, reality-bending villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Could this forgotten villain be the key to Doctor Strange's next big challenge? And stick around, because we're about to uncover a deeply personal and shocking story from the set of a BBC miniseries starring Benedict Cumberbatch and Joanna Page. Love Actually stars terrifying hostage ordeal. Joanna Page, beloved for her role in Love Actually, has shared a harrowing account of being held hostage by a taxi driver in South Africa nearly 2 decades ago. While filming a BBC miniseries titled To the Ends of the Earth alongside Benedict Cumberbatch, Page ignored her chaperone's warnings and ventured out alone. Her decision led to a terrifying encounter when a taxi driver she hired turned menacing, driving her around for an hour and a half while threatening to make her strip and take photos. Page described the situation as the only time she felt truly trapped and unable to escape, a stark contrast to her usual ability to navigate tricky situations. Her quick thinking and playful, cheeky demeanor eventually diffused the situation, and the driver returned her to her hotel, much to the relief of the hotel staff who emphasized how lucky she was. This shocking revelation has sent ripples through the entertainment world, with fans expressing sympathy for Page and surprise at the intensity of the incident. The story also draws a parallel to Benedict Cumberbatch's own frightening experience during the same shoot, where he and friends were robbed and abducted after their car broke down, highlighting the dangers faced by film crews in certain locations. From near-death experiences to career-defining roles, the lives of stars are rarely dull. Next up, we're talking about a brand new film bringing together two acting powerhouses, Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch. Colman and Cumberbatch star in darkly comic, The Roses. Get ready for a cinematic collision of talent. Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch, two of the most celebrated actors of our generation, are set to co-star in a new film titled The Roses. This darkly comic drama is a remake of the classic 1989 film, The War of the Roses, a story notorious for its intense depiction of marital breakdown. Colman plays a seemingly picture-perfect housewife, while Cumberbatch portrays her husband, as their marriage devolves into a vicious battle. The film promises a sharp, witty, and perhaps even uncomfortable look at the end of a relationship, exploring the extreme measures a couple might take when love turns to hate. This casting news has generated significant buzz among fans, eager to see Colman and Cumberbatch tackle such complex, emotionally charged characters. The original film was known for its biting satire and dramatic intensity, and expectations are high for this modern adaptation to deliver a similar, if not greater, impact. The pairing of these two Oscar-winning actors alone is enough to draw massive attention to The Roses. These two titans of acting are sure to deliver a performance for the ages. But before we go, let's revisit a major Marvel villain who almost made his debut much earlier than expected. Nightmare's near miss in Doctor Strange. Did you know that the terrifying villain Nightmare was originally slated to be the main antagonist in Marvel's first Doctor Strange film? C. Robert Cargill, a writer for the movie, recently revealed that while Marvel executives loved the concept of Nightmare, they ultimately decided he was a character better suited for a future installment. Cargill explained that he and director Scott Derrickson were deeply interested in exploring dream logic and alternate realities, elements they had hoped to weave into the initial film but ultimately reserved for later projects. Although Cargill wasn't involved in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, he expressed a strong desire to see Nightmare brought to life in the MCU someday, even offering to write a script for him. This revelation has sparked considerable discussion among Marvel fans, who are now speculating about the potential for Nightmare's integration into upcoming MCU narratives. The idea of a villain who manipulates dreams and reality offers exciting possibilities for the franchise's continued exploration of the multiverse and supernatural elements. The film's original antagonist, Caecilius, played by Mads Mikkelsen, was a formidable foe. But the prospect of a battle against the Master of Dreams has many viewers eager for what could be. Nightmare's potential return is a tantalizing prospect for MCU fans. Now, let's quickly recap all the incredible stories we've covered today, and then tell you how to stay connected with Tom Spotlight. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on today's incredible roundup. We heard from Doctor Strange writer C. Robert Cargill about why Nightmare wasn't the villain of the first film. We were shocked by Love Actually star Joanna Page's terrifying tale of being held hostage in South Africa. We got the exciting news about Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch teaming up for the darkly comic film The Roses. And we delved deeper into the near debut of Nightmare in the MCU. Don't miss out on any of our future deep dives. Make sure you're subscribed to Tom Spotlight, hit that notification bell, leave a comment below telling us your thoughts on these stories, and follow us on all our social media channels for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.